Hello and good evening. My name is John and we are playing The Wanderer. No, this is The Wanderer Productions. We are playing The Prism is Alive and it's always watching. The Prism! And since the Prism is always watching and you're watching me, you are watching the Prism watch. Prism? Not Prism? Anyway, my name is John. This is part of my Steam cleaning series where I go through my Steam library and play all sorts of games that I picked up for bundles due to poor impulse control. And I take a quick look at all of them and report basically on the first 30 minutes of most games. So we're going to start. Press space. Can do. Enter goes back. New game space. New game space. I spent years building the pixels. They were meant to build the future. But they wanted to escape instead. It took one to ruin it all. Now I have no choice but to kill them. What? The Wanderer presents unskippable intro? Okay. It's good to know. Can I speed this up at all? You are Mr. Strange. Gabriel Hawk! That's a good name, Gabriel Hawk. Special thanks to my sister Anne. Oh, my sister and... You don't put her name on there? My friend Sylvian. Just could have said my sister and my friend. I guess you wanted to be specific. No, Joey. Not you. You're my friend, but not the friend. The Prism. So far I've seen a lot of pixels. Move. WASD. Can I use the... No, I can't use that. Alright. Oh, move 2 and 3. Alright. Okay, so I'm getting a little Thomas is alone kind of. Okay, well, there you go. I screwed that up. Alright. So far I'm getting a little Thomas is alone kind of vibe. Thomas was alone? How did... Look, I didn't get you through. Alright. Wah! Wah! Press buttons, open doors, move platforms. Pew. It's odd that we always do pixels. And it said it took 1, but there are clearly 2 pixels here. A little chill music. I need to get that one up. No, just... okay, they're floating. They stopped floating. I did not expect that. This is a little tedious. Okay. Sometimes I worry my impatience with games is going to be my downfall. Alright. Oh, I touched a spike. Oh, I didn't even realize those were spikes. So, first off, basic. The control doesn't feel good. Like, oh, I can't. You can't climb that slope. Wait, okay. Yeah, it's easy to restart. Why do these platforms stop when you touch them? I'm not Jump, then moves. I was good at games once. Not quite. Alright, so that's not open. Wish I used the controller. Use 3 to get over there. Just wait. I hate waiting. Alright. I pushed up, like... I guess you have to make sure you jump, because if I'm moving on this ledge here, it doesn't count if I push both at the same time. So I'll hit both at the same time and I'll just fall. Still upset that this is 2. Well, maybe 1's the one. Maybe I'm missing 1. Maybe that's the gimmick here. Don't want you. Got greedy. Jump, then move. Nope. So the difference between this and Thomas Was Alone was that the controls were a lot tighter, so it felt good when you're maneuvering. And this difficulty I'm having to be on the platform and stuff with digital input is like, I like the analog input. It gives me an option to smooth it in. As for the rest of it, this is an incredibly tedious waiting period here. Alright, so that one's dead, so let's go to 3 here. I'm just going to walk across. Just going to walk across. Just take my time. Enough of the shenanigans. Alright, go down here. Nice and slow and steady. I'm so nervous. Okay. Whew. What? Whoa. That's weird. I don't like how there's hard edges on that. What's this? It's an eyeball. It's watching us. S to freeze up mid-air, so uses the platform. S or down. Oh, I have to hold it? Hold. Oh. What did that get me? Oh. Do I really have to do... You know, it's kind of clever to do that, but the mechanic of it is just... It's rough. To have to up and down, and then hold. Hey, my fingers are dumb fingers. Oh, can I jump over that? Oh, this button's only for that color. Interesting. Okay. Why did I die? Oh, I think this thing makes you drop immediately. Alright, so... Oh, that's not open, huh? Yeah, it seems like that makes you drop immediately. So, okay, so the reason these controls are bothering me is that if I want to do a complicated thing, the W and S and the up and down is the same button. So if I want to do a complicated thing, if I want to move, I have to like tilt my arm to do it. Like it's all right. No. Sometimes I don't trigger the button. So do I need to do... Is that not going to be enough? Ugh. Alright, so you... Sometimes you don't trigger the buttons. Alright, and then you... Wait, I can't... It's a force field? What the... What? That's new. Oh my god. No. I am pushing up. I am pushing the jump button, but the collision detection is not responding to it. Now time I didn't push down. Okay, well, that has been the Prism. This is the Prism is always watching. Whew. Okay, so based on my play experience for 15 minutes, the controls are not good. Digital control with fine detail pixel placement is not an ideal way of playing these kind of games because digital is only on and off. Having analog allows you to smoothly slide to the edge, and it gives you the ability to adjust the air better, it gives you the ability to respond, and it gives you the ability to hone in on what you want. And with digital controls, it leads to very, for me at least, frustrating experience when I want to go somewhere, and because the digital timing is imperfect, I have to be always running or completely stopped. The hold and air should be a toggle. Now, I appreciate the fact that design conventions can be made such that the player has to physically do something in order to accomplish it. This has been seen in like racing games or shooter games. They pull the trigger and the gun. It's the trigger. It's not at all how gun triggers work. Well, I mean a little bit, but it's not the same thing. In this one, holding the down button is meant to be like, oh, the player is being that character, and the holding it's got to be, physical and make them know they're doing it. But it's just not good. You kind of want to just toggle, because having to hold that down is a little bit of what's the game where you have the polka dots in the ground? Twister, with your fingers and stuff like that in places. I mean, it's not as bad as it could be, but that kind of physicality doesn't add as much to it as in like a game where playing Brothers, where the left analog is the one older brother, the right analog is the younger brother. Like, that is physicality that has meaning. In this one, I found it to be a little bit more clunky. I would have preferred like tab to swap between characters, and if you swap, you lock in the air. That way I can use one control, and then I can tab between them when I want to do it. As far as level design goes, maybe I'm just really bad at this game, but the levels seem frustrating, slow, and plotting, especially the raising platforms. And then the one after it, I don't know what I was doing wrong, but it was just asking me to do something that I couldn't. I don't know. So this has been the Prism. It is alive. It is always watching. But thankfully, I don't have to always be playing it. Cheers.